Yep. Okay, cool. We're live. Uh, yep, I got the notification on my laptop. Here we go. Hey everyone, welcome to another Webflow workshop. I am your host Nelson. Thank you for joining me this week and every week. We stream every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And for the past couple weeks, we've been rebuilding some popular homepages. We've done South by Southwest in the past. We did Airbnb experiences, landing page, and Mailchimp. That was a tough one. That was a two-parter for that one. And then this week we're doing Spotify, and thanks to a Twitter follower, that person suggested, hey, why not do Spotify? So thank you so much for the suggestion, and we're gonna do it today live from scratch inside of Webflow. So uh, if you have any suggestions for a future stream, what should we rebuild, or what do you think we should focus on for a future stream? Please, in the comment section below, leave your suggestion and we'll put it on the list and we'll get to it. So thank you so much to I forgot who put it on the list, but thank you so much for suggesting Spotify. As always, I want to say thanks to everyone who is in the live chat room right now, like Nav, Blaze, and Ironwood, and a lot of new people who are here. Thank you so much. This is fun to do, and I hope you learn something from this, and I hope you see how fun it is to build stuff inside of Webflow. So, without further ado, let's visually break down the live site. So, right here, basic nav bar, but it has some transparency in the background, so that's really easy to do. We got a hero row that also has a slider. This slider, really easy to do. I mean, Webflow already has a slider component, and I want to show you guys how to do this exact thing. Okay, and then we got a little down arrow, and let's see what the down arrow does. Okay, down arrow pushes us down, so yeah, that's like an anchor point, so we can totally do that. Hover effects on this, and what else? What else? Oh yeah, let me refresh. Let me refresh real quick. So each of these text boxes, yeah. See how they slide up? Yeah. Let me close this real quick. Yeah. So see how they slide up and they reveal themselves? So that's a scroll interaction, which I'll show you. And it also does it with these iPhones. So watch when I refresh. See how it kind of slides up going this way? So we're going to try that as well. Okay. And do these fade in as well? Yeah, they do. It's super subtle. It's super subtle. Oh, and if you notice, the background is the same as the hero row. So that tells me that it's just the background, but it's fixed. Okay? So it's the same background. So it's just fixed. And when they go over it, they use a solid color. Okay, and then we have some artwork here. The same type of interactions is just fading up and in. Fading up. That's the same thing over and over, which makes it easy, But it still makes for a great looking site. It's very smooth, but still exciting. And what I love about this page is the big type. Everything is big, everything is bold, and they play around with type hierarchy. So that's really fun to play with, okay? So I think that's about it. Let's get to it. All right. First thing you want to do when you're starting a project, okay? And I always suggest this. Have all your assets ready. So if you have a graphic design team or someone, or you're a graphic designer as well, and you have all your assets ready, your images, just upload all of those into Webflow. Okay, so I have all my assets here. Also, if you have a style guide, okay, excuse me, if you have a style guide that tells you colors and fonts and whatnot, that's when you should start setting it up. So before the stream, I looked at Spotify's design guidelines, and they have their own custom font called Circular Spotify. So obviously I can't use that, but their fallback is Arial. So I'm just going to use Arial. And then they had some colors. And so I copied some of the hex colors from their site already using the dev tools in Chrome. And I've already set the colors up. So how I did that was I put in the hex color here, and then I would just press the plus button, like say for instance this, and make it global. So that way I have my swatches all ready to go. Okay. So assets ready, colors ready. Now it's just about having fun, right? So I'm gonna be looking at my screen on this side. Oop, let me bring it back up. Spotify.com. So I'm looking at my laptop right here with the actual site as I rebuild it here on Webflow. So I have a blank page. Let's go to work. First thing I want to do is let's start off with our hero row first, because as I scroll, oh yeah, okay, no, sorry, let's start with the nav bar, because the nav bar is fixed at the top. It's sticky, so it doesn't scroll away. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. And what I always like to do with my navbar, and you've probably seen me do this in every stream, every rebuild stream, is make my own container. So this container that we give to you guys when you drag in a navbar component is only 960 pixels wide. So I like to drag in my own nav block, or my own div block, and make it my own container. So I'm just gonna call this container, and I'm gonna give it a max width of 1200 and center that. And let's go ahead and put some padding on this. Let's say like 2.5%. Okay. And let's go ahead and drag it to container. So all these elements that we pre-made for you, you can take it out of that container and it'll still work. So now I have a wider container, but it's still within the pre-made component. All right, so first thing is the logo. Yeah, so let's go ahead and bring in the logo. There you are. So logo is within the brand. Whoa, that's huge. And inside the brand, we're just gonna name this logo. And I'm guessing the max width is probably like 150 pixels. Something like that. Smaller. So how I did that just right there is while I'm in this box, I can hold shift and press up and down to go up and down by 10 pixels. Or you can just press up and down on your keyboard for, to go up by 1 or down by 1. Now I'm holding shift and alt so I can play around with the padding on all sides. Yeah, something like that. Okay, cool. So max 150, 10 on all sides, good to go. And now this nav bar right here, let's call it nav. And that needs to be semi-transparent. So I'm going to make it black, but then make it, say, let's make it 50 for now. All right, now we go on to our nav links, and let's call this nav link. And each nav link will be white, so I can just type in white, and it's bold. There you go, and I think it's a little bit bigger than 14. Something like that. Yeah, okay. And I could just do the same thing here. Nav link, and then it's, the first one says premium helpo. Download, and we're gonna have 2 more. 1, 2. This one's sign up, log in. And in between these two, I see there's actually the font size is too small. Let's just leave it like that. In between these two is a pipe or a line. So let's go ahead and put something in between there. Let's just put a text block right there. And put a pipe. Let's see. Just call this nav pipe. Alright. Make this white. Should I be using a text pipe on my keyboard or Border. I think I'll play around with border because I can play around with the thickness of the line. So let's scratch this. Let's delete that and put in a div block. I'm going to call it nav pipe again, but I don't need the typography, so I can delete that. And we're just going to say the height... No, the width of this would just be 1. You know? So I put the width as 1 pixel, but it doesn't look like 1 pixel. It's because Webflow allows you to still put things inside of a div, so it fakes it out by showing like 75 pixels wide and 75 pixels tall, so you can still drag things in it. But when you preview or publish it, it'll be 1 pixel. So let's go ahead and make a background white. Let's see here. If I go like this, it doesn't work. Yay. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, okay. There we go. That's because I didn't set a height. Alright, cool. Let me find it. It doesn't need to be to split. Ah, nice. Getting there. Bring it down. Something like that. Something like that. Oh, no. It's hard to click on a 1 pixel wide div. Cool. I think we got it. Something like that. Why is... something doesn't... Oh, it's because the pipe needs some space on both sides. So, easy. Like that. And this feels too much for me for some reason. So let's... Okay, I feel good. You guys feel good? I feel good. Let's go ahead and... Actually, not feeling good just yet. Let's... I feel like there needs to be more space around the logo. And this guy right here. This nav menu. Push it down a bit. Alright. Something like that. I think it feels good, yeah? Everyone feel good? I feel good. There we go. Okay. Cool. Hold on. Let me go to the YouTube. Just make sure I'm caught up with any chat. Pause there. Oh yeah, the chat isn't working here. So if I don't see your chat, super sorry. I'll have it on this screen though. Alright, moving on. So we have the hero row. This one's easy. So I'm going to just click on section. And then we're going to call this hero. And I'm going to make the height just say 650. Pretty tall. Oh. How about 500? Okay, that feels better because I have some space down here. To get even more space, remember that the nav is also sticky, so that's when you use position fixed, put it to the top, and we already add a z-index of 1000 for you, so don't have to worry about that. And there we go. Cool. So the height is 500. Next. Oh, in the background, in the very back, is that cool artwork right here. So let's go ahead and do that first. So I'm on the body tag, and what they did was pretty cool. They layered, they have 3 layers. They have noise, and then the album art, and then behind the album art is a gradient, right? So let's go ahead and put the noise. That's not noise. That's the one right there. They added the noise, and then they added the album art, and the album art is like semi-transparent, so that's pretty cool. Nope. Cool. Contain, I think, is the one. And this is fixed, meaning it's not gonna move when I scroll down. Okay, and the last thing they did is add a gradient. So this is cool. Let me fix this real quick. This one's first, that one's next, and then the gradient. Oh, that looks cool already. Alright, so the gradient is actually left to right, so we can start like that. Let's flip it. There we go. So, oh, never mind. Like that. Okay, so white's on the left. So what I want is their pink color, or Indian red, and then their purple, or blue violet. Boom! That's so cool. So easy. There you go. So this one, let's go ahead and, what's next? Let's go ahead and put in a, I'm wondering, do I put a 960 container? No, I'm going to put my own right here. I'm just going to use container. Okay. Container. And but the hero rows, everything's going to be centered. All text, all buttons, everything. So anything that's display inline or inline, it'll be text align center. And this hero, so I don't have to set a height, I can use padding. So I think the padding on the top is bigger than the bottom because there's a nav bar. So let's go ahead and make that like 200. 200. Yep. And then this one like 100. 200? Okay. Let's try that. Alright, cool. In here is our lovely slider. So I just drag in a slider into my container. Boom. So we pre-built and pre-coded, pre-styled, pre-everything your slider. So now it's just an open playground for you to go ahead and start putting things in. First thing I want to put into my first slide, well, actually, let's go ahead and style the slider. So we go down here, slider, and we pre-style it with a background of DDD. I want that to be transparent. There we go. And we already did dots, so we're good on that. So I click in here and see how it says slide 1? That means I'm on the first slide. So let's go ahead and put in H1. So H1 heading, and let's go ahead and call it Music for Everyone, period. And let's go back to slider again, because I want all the text inside of it to be white. And not sure why it's not centering. This should be centered. It even shows it right here. Do I have to force it right? Nope. Why? Why you do this? I don't want to just... well, center? Can I force you? Why? Okay, well, moving on. Sometimes you just gotta force the issue. Alright, let's make this big. So all H1s are going to be huge. Go 50. I like numbers like that. Okay. And I don't want the default 20 or 10 margin at the top and bottom, so I just remove it. And then let's go back to here. So center is just, I'm making center a global class where if I need to do a text align center, I just do it. I just put that in. Okay. So next, let's make a row for buttons. So I'm going to put a div block so it goes under, and I'm just going to call this button row. And in that button row, let's go ahead and push it away. Push it away, push it away, push it away now. All right, inside of that, I have a button to, oh my gosh. How come it's not centering? Okay, well, so remember when I said global class? So if I put center, it's going to give me a warning saying using this class will apply styles to combo classes with the same name. This new combo class will inherit styles from a global class. So this means when I put center, it's also picking up this guy right here that I did for this guy. Okay? All right, now, so I dragged in a button, and all a button is just the anchor tag with some text inside of it, and it's pre-styled with a blue background. So let's go ahead and override that with purple. And when I hover, it turns into a darker purple. There we go. Let's go back to the none state, off state, and let's go ahead and add a transition. So adding a transition makes it more fluid. Okay, it makes an animation. So instead of just going from one color to another, it actually transitions. Okay, and it takes 200 milliseconds to do that. And also, if you want to play around with your easing, got this tool right here. A lot of people don't know about it, but it's really cool. You can customize your own ease. Okay, pretty cool. So check that out, play with it. It's fun. All right, so that's done. All right, they have some rounded borders that are like crazy go nuts. So let's go ahead and fix that. 25? Something like that. We'll go 30 on all sides. And then the text is bold, pretty big, and it's all caps. And they have some letter spacing, so I'm going to say 1 pixel. Leave it at 14. Alright, now we got to play with the padding a bit. Keep it at 10. But the sides are huge. Say 30. Doesn't look like it. Let's try 15. Yeah. I like that. Get Spotify free. Okay. Come on, Google. Spotify's a real word. You don't have to underline it. Alright. Cool. And so there's a secondary one. Actually, let's go ahead and add some margin on both sides. Because if I just do a copy paste, I get this. So, do I want to start a new style or just add a combo class? That's 11. Let's fix that at 10. All right. Let's do a new style. Let's just do a whole new style. So I'm going to drag in another button here. And this one says get Spotify Premium. And this is going to be secondary button. So what do we got? So it's white. Yes, the background is actually transparent. There is a border, a really thick border, not too thick, probably like 2, and it's white, and it's border radius, so we used 30 before, and we're just going to copy this. So this is 13 by 13 on top and bottom, and 30 on the sides, and then we put 10 on both sides for the margin. Go ahead and fix the typography a bit. Bam. Really cool. Okay, so these guys, though, they should be higher. So, these are pre-styled. So, what can I do? Okay. Let's just move them up. There we go. And use the same class name. But I don't like that class name of icon. So, slider icon. Or slider arrow. Cool, done. This one should be higher though. So actually, slider, the height, auto. No, let's make it 300. Huh? It's like something like that. Let's go 270 for now. Cool. And then this padding for the hero should be smaller, because when we start the next row, it's gonna start like right around here. I think that's good. That's too far. Something like that. Okay, cool. How you guys feel? Let me check the chat room. Dennis, why? Very familiar. Okay, cool. All All right, so that's our first slide. Now, how do you get to the second slide? You can go to the settings right here and just click on the left or right arrow. Boom. We're on the second slide now. So what does the second slide say? It says, it's basically almost the same thing as the first slide. So what I can do is I can just, let's do this, watch. I'm gonna copy this slide 1 in the navigator, paste, and now slide 2 becomes 3, and then because I pasted, now my slide 2 looks like slide 1. Now all I have to do is just premium for your whole family, period. Just $22.99. But wait, there's more. Okay, and I delete that one and learn more. Slide 2 done. Slide 3. And notice when I added a new slide, it gave me a new dot. So I don't have to do much. Alright, look at that. Let me delete slide 3. Watch what happens. Now I only have 2 dots. Now slide 3 looks just like slide 2. So what do? Copy, paste. Now we have 3. Let's go to slide 3, and this one says students get 50% off premium. Period. Learn more. Done, done. Okay, next slide. Play Spotify on PlayStation. Yeah, so rinse and repeat. Copy, paste. We're on slide 4. Play Spotify on PlayStation. And I don't know how to do the ASCII R, so I'm just gonna go like this. Period. PlayStationer. Alright, cool. What's next? Alright, so if you've ever had to download a jQuery plugin just to put sliders, I mean, this is faster than it, right? I just did that slider and I'm done. Great question on, can the styles of the dots be changed? Somewhat inside of Webflow. For example, you can make them have shadows, you can invert the colors, or you can make them numbered, or invert the colors in horizontal spacing, farther away, or default 3 pixels. But that's about it. If you want to go even more detailed, you have to put in some custom code. And a lot of people have asked that on the forums, and custom code is the way to go for that. All right, moving on. What's next? So learn more about Spotify. Easy. I'm thinking that's a link. Yeah, it's a link. Okay, it's a link that goes to the next row. Got it. How am I going to tackle this? It's a text link, so let's go ahead and put text link here inside of the container. But it's not inside the slider. I said not inside the slider. There you go. There you go. So we have this link, and it says, learn more about Spotify. Because if you've been living under a rock. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, say here, what should we call this, guys? Text link? Yeah, let's just call it text link. And so text link is going to be turquoise. And it's bold. In all caps. Has some letter spacing. Alright. Alright. And then Darren says the symbol is 0174 for the registration. Thank you. Alright, so this text link is done. Alright, we're going to mess around with that later. Oh, actually no. We need display inline blocks, so we can add an underline to it. A custom one. So we don't want that default one that goes right next to the words. Right on the baseline of the text. So take that out. And we'll put some spacing, some padding on the bottom. Say 5 pixels. And we'll add a border bottom of 1 turquoise. And now we get our custom underline. Does 5 seem too far? Let's go 3. Yeah, there we go. Alright, cool. So next one, let's go ahead and put a link block and Let's see here. I don't like how that link block is right there. No. Oh, display block. There we go. So this is going to be down arrow. And this is going to be used multiple times. Because I noticed that it's used right here. And then it's used right here. And so on. So let's go ahead and make one. I don't have a down arrow graphic. So I'm just going to fake it-ish. So let's try it. So let's make our own down arrow. I think it's like 25 pixels by 20. What? Ooh, no. I guessed wrong. 50-50? 75? We'll try 75, okay? And then it has a white background. So I'm teaching you guys how to make a circle. Do your width and height to make sure that they're equal, and do your border radius of 50% everywhere on all sides. Boom, you have a circle. Hooray! All right, and let's go ahead and down arrow. So inside of this down arrow, we need a arrow. Can I make an arrow with a div? I think so. How? Can I do that? Hold on, I'm thinking. No, it's gonna be too difficult. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put in a text block inside of there, and just use the greater than sign. And let's remove the underline. And let's just make that big. I know it doesn't look like it. Ugh. Something like that. And then we're gonna like turn this around. So like that. Let's put some space. There you go. And the color should be turquoise. Turquoise, I know. Being dumb. Move it a bit like that. Okay, cool. Down arrow. Yay! And also, oh, I forgot the hover effect. Okay, so when you hover over this one, it should turn to a softer color, or no, a darker color. So on hover state, it should be darker, so something like that. Okay, let's just save this one. So I'm saving this to my swatch. And let's do the same thing for the bottom border. And because we're doing that, let's go ahead and add a transition. So the border has an effect as well as the font color. And so this guy right here, we need to flip him. How do we do that? Transform, rotate on the Z, 90. Nope, 90. There you go. Okay, and so when I hover over it, it scales up and it turns to that darker color. So on hover, scale up a bit. And also the color of this guy should be a little bit darker. Go back to the none state and transitions. I play around with the transform, and also I play around with the font color. Where are you? There you go. And so there, let's preview what we got so far. So it's like something like that. Ooh, they also have some drop shadow. Alright, we'll do that. So it's is it outer glow or drop shadow? I'm gonna say outer glow. Make it black. Play around with the opacity of it. Probably like 5. Make it a little bit bigger. Something like that. Cool. And now we're gonna add a combo class because I want to center this guy. So centered arrow. Go. Let's go back to push it down a bit. Oh nope. I'll show you guys because this overlaps the next section. So let's go ahead and do the next section. Let's see here. What if I remove this? Okay. All right. What I just removed was the hero row bottom padding, because I want to see how I can overlap this circle on top of the next section. So let's go ahead and put the next section, and we're going to just call it row 2. Actually, no, let's just call it section, because I think they're all going to be the same. And this section will have a container inside of it, my own custom container, right there. And Darren with the save again. He says Alt 174. Oh, thank you. So let's fix that real quick. Darren with the save. Let's fix that. Fix that. I guess I don't need to rotate anymore. No, I do. Let's go rotate it 180. Nope. Negative 90. There we go. And don't need that. Don't need that. Cool. Thank you, Darren. You rock. Alright, so this container right here, we're going to say, or this section right here, we're going to give it a combo class of white, because the background is going to be white. And each section seems to have a lot of padding, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's go crazy, like 100. Yeah? Feeling it? I like it. I like it. Alright, cool. Next, alright, so this one right here, pretty easy. Your typical 2-column. Now, we can use columns, but how does it look when I... How does it look? How does it look? How does it look? Hold on. There you go. So, on mobile, this goes on top. So this text goes on top of this. Now with the columns, I can't do that. With the columns component that we have, you cannot make this text right here go on top. Okay? This will always go on the bottom. So, Flexbox. So let's go ahead and we have a container. Let's go ahead and call this new div flex. Set it as Flexbox, and now it's set to horizontal. And so later when I have the columns, I can click on this reverse layout option, and then it'll make the right side go on top, and then the left side go on the bottom. So that's how that reverse layout happens. It's really cool. All right, cool. Moving on. So we have flex, and now we need to make 2 columns. We put a div in here. I'm going to call this flex child. It's going to expand. I'm going to copy paste it. Now we have 2 columns. Hooray! Oops. I hit my mic. And then inside of here, okay, what do we want to do first? Okay, let's go to that 2x2 grid. This can be flex as well. Okay. Let's double check. What happens when it gets to here? Oh, it just shrinks. Alright, not bad. I can do that. So if it just shrinks, it's just a 2x2. It's a... Okay, so again, I'll have a flex box inside of a flex box. Flex box all the way down. So let's go ahead and do that. First, this flex child needs some padding. Or not? Right, well, first, let's go ahead and... So here's my structure right now. You might... If you guys are getting confused, I'm sorry. So I have this flex child right here, this flex child right here. But inside of this one, in this column, I'm going to do flex again. Okay. But this one is going to do flex wrap because I want to wrap the children. Okay, because I want to do a 2x2 grid. And so now inside of this flex box right here, let's go ahead and add, let's go ahead and copy this flex child, paste it here. But this flex child, we're going to say, I'm going to call it 50 because it's only 50%. So it only has a basis of 50%. 0. So that way, it's like that. Paste. And now if I paste again, it doesn't go on the same row, it goes down. So there we go. We have this and this, good to go. So in here, so it just shrinks, right? All right, let's see what happens. All right, the first one we have is the 50 Shades of Grey. Then after that, we have the I Spy. And then we have the Slide. And then we have More Life. I have not listened to any of these albums. I'm more of a Daft Punk fan. All right. And you've noticed when I hover, it goes, it goes to darker. There's like an overlay, and then there's this play. So I don't have a play icon for now, but I'll show you how to make a triangle with CSS, so it's really easy. So let's go ahead and do that. So how do I make an overlay? So right here on this flex child that I set to 50, I'm going to set that as a position relative. Okay? And that way, when I place another div inside, I want this to overlay on top. So we can say album overlay and position absolute, and right there, set it to all. And let's make the z index 1 so it's a layer on top. Then let's go ahead and make it black and say something like, let's say 50%. Cool. Now inside of it, I want the play button to be in the center. So to do that, I can make this flex as well and just say all the children inside of this div will be centered horizontally and centered vertically. Boom, done. So let's go ahead and make our play button. So how to make a play button? You put in div block, you give a width and height of 0, and then you play around with your borders. So the top border, let's see here, how do we do this? Okay, yeah, so the top border I'm going to say is width of 20 pixels, solid, white. The bottom border, same thing. The left border is going to be 20 pixels, transparent. Nope, backwards. Sorry. This is supposed to be white. This is supposed to be the top and bottom is supposed to be transparent. There we go. How to make a play button. Looks too equal. It doesn't look like a play button. So I can play around, make this bigger, like say 40. Okay, so this one's 40, this one's 20, this one's 20, and there we go. We have a play button. Alright, cool. So this album overlay, it doesn't show up on default. So what I'm going to do is, on hover, it's going to be opacity 100. But on the off state, opacity is going to be set to 0. So I'm guessing, yeah, there's no transition or anything, it just happens. So, see? Boom, done. So copy, paste, paste, paste in each of them. And now we have our 2x2 grid. Super simple. Done. Oh no, it's supposed to be a link. Oh, okay. So this flex child should be a link. because we want that hand. We want that hand icon. We got to indicate to the user, hey, this is clickable. How do you do that? All right, so I'm just going to change things around here. I'm going to drag in a link block and drag in the elements right there, like that. Delete that flex child and call this flex child. And 50. There we go. So now this is a link. Now I just got to rinse and repeat for all of them. So it's that easy to change the type of element you're using. So if you mess up, don't worry. You still got it. And also, if you guys don't know this yet, pro tip, Control-Shift-S. You can save a version, and so if you know you're about to do something crazy or something that you haven't done before, then Control-Shift-S, save it, and it goes to your backups. And so if you mess up, you go too far, then you can always revert back to it, okay? So it's like playing Dead Space, the video game, or something like that. You know you're about to encounter something crazy, quick save. Next, let's go ahead and just finish this up real quick. I gotta name these guys. Flex child 50. This one. Flex child 50. Last one. Flex child 50. Alright, cool. So now these are links. Done, right? Okay. Next. Here we go. Now we have the text, okay? So let's go ahead and put some text in. I'm going to put it in the div block here. And this one, let's go ahead and... Let's see here. Just want to make sure. This has some space right here. Like a gutter right here. So I want to add one. Okay, well, let's just call this left space. 50 pixels, padding on the left, so that way this text isn't bumping in with that column. So let's go ahead and put another heading, and we'll make this a H2. This is what's on Spotify. Okay, and I don't like that margin top, and oops. Let's fix that. All H2 headings will not have that. And will not have that. I like to have full control over my spacing. Alright, but all H... So let's call this purple text. Purple header. Purple. And it's already bold, but this one, H2s need to be bigger. Cool. Alright, so this purple header, we can push it down a bit, say 30. And what's next? We have another heading. We can give it a H3. Yo, get in there. There we go. It's going to be music. Okay, that music. Purple header. Nice. Should be bigger though. So all H3s will not have that guy. But yeah, let's go ahead and leave it as 20. And this is going to be a bit bigger, something like that. And then we have our paragraph. Cool. Let's go ahead and copy this right here. Copy the text so I don't have to retype it all. So all paragraphs seems to be bolded. So I'm just going to say all paragraphs are going to be bold. And it's not really a black. It's like an off black. So it's like that. So I have that saved in my swatches. Probably like... No. Something like that. Cool. I guess. And because I don't want to keep redoing the same thing over and over, what I can do is put these two guys in a div. Come on. Get in there. There you go. That one seems too far. Don't you think? Oh, because it's purple header. So if I remove that... purple header H3. So this one will have 30. This one is set to 20. Cool. Alright, so this div block, it has some space at the top. So I'm going to set the bottom margin to like something like 30. So that way I can just copy, paste, paste. Yeah, that's good. Playlist. New releases. Copy. Uh-oh. How come I can't copy? That's interesting. Oh, I can't copy because this graphic is interacting with this, so I can't click. But if I click from here, notice what happens? It thinks, the browser thinks I want all of it? No. Whoa, I don't want that either. Well, let's see what happens if I copy that and paste it here. Alright, we're still good. Alright, let me check the comments. Alright. Okay. Okay. Cool. Glad you guys are talking amongst yourselves as we go through this. Let's go ahead. So this one is done, right? Except for the scroll interaction. Oh, and this guy needs to go down. Ooh. Whoopsie. What is that all about? That hover state is funny. Let's go here. Down arrow hover. Delete. Let's just fix this. Down arrow. Okay, so rotate -90. I don't like that. My hover state on my down arrow. Let's just keep it at 90. -90. No. Oh, I deleted the transform. The scale, I mean. So on hover. What is going on? Okay, yeah, on hover, I want it to scale. 1.05. Just a little. Okay, how about 1. Okay, 1.1. There. Okay, cool. Fix that one. Alright, so this thing right here, down arrow, I want to push it, I want to overlap the next one, the next div. So how I can do that is position relative, and I could just push it down. Hooray! There you go. Set that index to 1. So actually, no. I can just leave it none. It's not bad. This one is a little bit too close to that guy, so I think our slider needs some work. Something like that. And this. So a while ago I told you I removed the padding for the bottom. It's because of that. It seems like there's padding, but it's just that I'm pushing this down, overlapping. So that's how you overlap. Really easy. And now how do we make the thing where I click on one of these? I'm pointing at my screen. You guys can't see me point. If I click on one of these, it scrolls down automatically to this. Easy. So on this section right here, I'm going to go to the cog or settings, and then I'm going to give it an ID. We're going to call it row 2. Okay? And if I go to text link right here, I have these options. So I'm going to click on in a section in this page, and then choose row 2, and then the same thing for this text block. So now if I preview, cool, done. Oh, wait. One thing. It's not going all the way to the top. It's because of this nav bar. So disable scroll offset when fixed. So if you're running into that issue where the page doesn't scroll all the way, it's because of this guy right here. So let's go ahead and look at it. Click E. There we go. What's on Spotify? I don't know. 50 Shades Darker? Alright. Interactions. So, I'm going to show you guys real quickly this, see how this starts off with opacity 0 and then moves up and then opacity 100. Watch it happen. It's very subtle. It just goes up. Let's do that real quick. So I'm going to set an interaction to be a scroll interaction. Okay, so inside of interactions, right here, press plus. And we're going to call this fade in. And the initial appearance of this element is going to be pushed down. Let's see here. Nope. Probably like, you probably do 20. It's very subtle. So probably 20 and then opacity 0. So this is what it looks like when the page loads. Okay, now triggers. What's going to make this animation start? It's the scroll. And say when it gets to 40%, when it gets to like here, when we get to something like here, it's going to show up. How we're going to do that? We're going to set the transform to 0, which is moved to origin. And we're going to leave it as 200 milliseconds. Actually, it's slower, so let's say 500 milliseconds. And also set the opacity to 100, 500 milliseconds, and let's preview. There we go. And because, well, let's just see what happens if it goes like this. There we go. Shows up. Now, we want to do the same thing for all of these. So let's go ahead and set the interaction to fade in. So I don't have to redo all those steps I just did. I can just apply the same interaction on everything. So that one has a fade in, that one has a fade in, and that one has a fade in. So let's just see our animation happen. Look at that. Easy. Right. Right. There we go. Yeah, okay. I think I'm caught up with chat. Alright. Next. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, this is fun. So we're going to put another down button. And then we're going to have a transparent background. And these guys right here. So what they did is they took a div and just rotated it. That's all they did. And then they have these iPhone graphics, and on top of each iPhone graphic is a real screenshot of their UI inside of it. And then to make sure there's no horizontal scrolling, they had a way of doing overflow hidden. Now, if we look here, it seems like 2 columns, but this guy goes this overlaps. So this is quite interesting. So how can we do this? Let's try to break it down. Let's try to do it. Next section, here we go. Drag in another section. Ah, come on. Alright, I'll put it on top right here. Right there. Here we go. Look at that. That's cool. Alright, what do we got? Is there a... Hold on. Oh. Yeah. Slight drop shadow here, but I can do that later. Let's go ahead and... How do I want to do this? I want to put my down arrow. Should I put it in this section or at the bottom of this section? Top of this, bottom of this. Oh no. Yeah, let's go to the top of this one. Let's go ahead and put my container, my custom container, div block, container. So I'm not putting any padding at the top of this one because I want the down arrow to be right at the top. So I'm gonna just copy this guy, paste him here. What just happened? Why are you like that? Ugh, we gotta figure that out, guys and girls. Alright, oh, because it's at current. I see. So when you get to the, if you set a link and it's the current section or the current page, you get an extra class inside of your selector. Okay, so just an FYI on that. So I'm gonna set that to nothing for now. So if I click out, click back in, the current shouldn't show up. Oops. No, come on. Anyways, this down arrow right here, let me delete the centered arrow because it doesn't have to be centered. And that current is throwing me off. Okay, what if I just recreate it? It's really throwing me off here. Down arrow. Okay, the current's gone. And let's go ahead and copy that text. Why? Is it because... Alright. Just gonna call it left. On left because it doesn't need this, so it's 0. And push it up a bit, and there we go. Why are you down here? Why? Oh. Huh. Oh, it's because the regular down arrow doesn't have a, yeah. So this down arrow is always to the left. However, this one is centered because it's inside of hero, which has the text centering. Huh, okay, cool. Yay! Alright, that one's cool. So that one's going to push us down to this. And let's go ahead and... Is that button smaller? Yeah, mine's pretty big, but let's just keep going. Alright. Next. So we're in the container. Let's go ahead and... This one's going to be interesting. Go ahead and start just putting in our text. We'll deal with the iPhones later. And let's just see what happens. I can do this right here. I can take this and just paste it. So we get this. And this is not a purple header. This actual whole section right here, we're going to call this section. transparent, because I want everything to have a white color if it's... Huh. That's already set to white. Interesting, interesting. Maybe I don't need this. Alright, let's just start coloring it then. So it's not a purple header, it's... This one's a white header. So we can set that to white. That's easy. And that one is... It's easy. Yes, it is. Actually, it's that one right here. So... Right there. It's easy. Delete that. White header. Okay, and here this one is search and this one is turquoise. Ha! Did I spell it right? No, I didn't. Turquoise. There's an E. No. Turquoise. Yes. Turquoise header. And this text right here. Right there. Cool. All right. And this one says that stuff. And this one should be white paragraph. Let's just color it. Now this one, I have it, oh, that's why. Okay, so I have the white header and then this div block 2, but let's rename this div block 2 as copy block. Sounds better than div block because it holds copy. It has a margin of 30 on the bottom, and let's go ahead and put 30 at the top. And I know I just... Did I mess with this? No, I didn't. Okay, cool. And now I can just copy and paste. 1, 2... How many? Yeah, there's 3 of them. There's a thing about the rule of threes in marketing. Copy. Paste. Copy. Paste. Cool. Alright, so this one right here, I think we should wrap it with another div and put everything inside of it. Because these guys, the phones, because it's a narrow copy block, and then these phones take up a large chunk of it. Shall we try Flexbox? Or just... Let's see what happens if I do responsive. What happens? Yeah, I mean, I can definitely do the columns. I think that'd be easier because it doesn't have to do much. But you know what? Flexbox. Why not? What's holding us back? Nothing. All right, so right here. Alright, so right here we're going to call this flex. Makes it horizontal. Nice. And inside of flex, need 2 flex child. So let's go ahead and put this here. Call it flex child. And this one should be small. So this one I'm going to think... It's probably like 20%. Let's go 25%. So I'm gonna say 25, 0, 25. Oof, that's way too small. No? 40. 37? 37 looks good. 37% width. And let's just drag everything in there to the first flex child. There we go. Seems about right. Actually, it can be smaller, huh? Yeah, let's do it like that. 31. Okay, now that that's done, how do we do this? I'm interested too. Alright, so first thing I want to do, let's go ahead and set up this grid of phones. So, phone grid. It looks like if I go here, inspect, and then it's doing a float right here. Hold on, right here. It's doing a margin top negative 350, and I'm seeing this right here. So I'm looking at it. So negative 350, margin bottom negative 620. Interesting, but it does rotate. I mean, if you go like this, oh, hey, where's the rotation happening? I removed it. Interesting. Well, I thought there's a rotate. Does it right here. Okay, well, anyways. If I do 0. No. No. It's not rotated? To me, it looks like it. Okay. So, let's see what they did. They have 3... It shows 3 columns. I can tell because they use a column grid of 12 because 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 12. So, they're using 3 columns. So, let's try that. We'll do that with Flexbox. See, 3 columns. So, in the first column, there's 1, and then there's these 2, and then there's another 1. Alright? This one's going to be interesting. Here we go. Phone grid. Let's do Flexbox because I like it better than columns. And let's put some flex children in there. So flex child and expand. So 1, 2, 3. And let's see here. With this phone grid though, I want to make everything centered. So phone grid or vertically centered. Okay, so let's go ahead and put in another div. So this div is going to, hey, what happened? Why is it smaller? So this div is going to be the background. It's gonna hold the image of the iPhone. Okay, so we're just gonna call this iPhone for now. And in the iPhone, we're gonna have a background image right there. And let's just keep playing around. Let's see where this goes. I'm going to set it to position relative because I'm going to put an image inside of here. And I want to, actually no, we don't need to do relative. Hey, where's my, okay, the first one is that guy, I think. No, it's the one with dance hits. I'll just replace that. There you go, dance hits. All right, going back to the iPhone. Put that in there. Let's see what's going on, guys. Alright. Ooh, that background does not need the tile. Nope, 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 nope. There you go, center that. Contain? Cover? Contain. I think contain will be good. And let's go ahead and push it down. Interesting. Does that work, guys? So what if I bump this up? What if I bump this up? So like save What's the real size of this background image? Here's how I can tell. I can go right here, the details, and this is 358 by 730. So let's do 730 on the height. Okay, 358. Okay, I'm feeling it. All right, cool. Push this down a bit. Where does... I don't have iPhone, so where does this start? It starts almost at the first button. So almost at the first button. That looks good. Oh! Yeah! Okay, we're good. Okay, cool. Alright. Alright. Feeling it, feeling it. Keep it together, keep it together. So cool! Okay, okay, you're doing it. Alright, back on the iPhone. There's some space, though. There's some space all around. So all of the iPhones should get space around. So let's go ahead and push it around. Oh my god, having fun. Oh, this is so cool. Okay. And now we can just replace the images. What's the next image? It's Discover Weekly. Yeah, that one. And then after that is the pink album art. Replace image. Is it that one? Oh, I didn't get the pink album art? Oh, okay. Oh well. It's okay. Moving on. We'll just leave it like that. Alright, now, fun part. Okay, phone grid. Everything is lined up like this. Rotate. Yes. Transform, rotate 40 degrees. Oh, wait, is that too much? Or is it 40 degrees? No. Probably like 30? Oh yeah, it was 30, because I was playing around with the inspector. Cool. Alright, see, web design is all about just having fun and just experimenting. And then you stumble upon something and you're like, whoa. And then later in your career, you'll be given a task, hey, do something like this. And you're like, oh, I've already done that. That's easy. So yeah. Okay, so here we go. Phone grid. Okay, so now here's the issue. This needs to overlap. Now we can use position relative and push it up. But then this guy right here is really small. So I don't want... Look at how small it is. It's like, oh, I feel bad for it. Maybe this flex child can be... Yeah, I think I have to use floats. I can't use flex for this. I'm gonna have to use floats. Alright. Phone column. And oh, I can't do floats because I have a flex right here. So let's move this right here, move this right here. Okay. So I don't want a flex box. I want to just set my own thing. So let's call this row 3 copy. And we're going to float it to the left. And the width is only going to be 31%. And then this guy right here, iPhone column, it's going to be float to the left. And it's going to... Yeah, it's going to be, say, 31, so 69%. There we go. And now we can just move it up a bit. So, okay. Actually, we can make the height... No? No, let's just see where this goes. So phone column goes like that. Phone grid... Actually, no, phone column, let's move it to the top with position relative. Let's see where this takes us. Ooh, so close. Okay, okay, so maybe it's not 69. Oh wait, they do a margin negative something too, don't they? Okay. Well, I mean, we can do position too. So it's like this corner is at the word browse, so we should bring it up a bit. But then again, ugh, no, no. Alright, we're gonna make this work, guys. We're gonna make this work. Maybe it's the phone grid that needs to be pushed up. Maybe the width, too, like 50... Oh, no, it's not... What am I doing? This needs to be smaller, this phone grid. Can we cheat with scale? Don't see why not. Is it really cheating if it works? Alright. Alright. Come on, I gotta get the... okay. That doesn't seem big. Yeah, that one's huge. Oh, it's because... Let's remove the scale. It's because they pushed it off to the right. Maybe like 500 or something. Okay. Getting somewhere. Did they have a lot of space right here? No, they don't. Alright, I'll play around with scale. Okay. Ah. No! Undo is your friend. Scale. Bring it down. I don't feel like scaling it, though. I guess it works. Wait, it does. Alright. How do you guys feel about that? But I have a horizontal scroll. Okay. Super la 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 blah 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 blah. No, I do not get fired if I don't copy the website correctly. This is more of an experimentation to help you guys see how easy it is to prototype and how fun it is to learn by experimenting, by redoing, rebuilding, and just overall having fun with Webflow. Because there's so many things you can learn from this. It's a never-ending rabbit hole because one feature leads you to another feature, which leads you to another one, and the next thing you know, you're doing some crazy stuff. And this what I'm doing right now is just a small portion, a small little thing, a small thing that you can do inside of Webflow because there's so much you can do. All right, I'm gonna call that one done. The middle column is lower. Is it? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, so I can push this one down like that. Oh, and the browse. Okay, cool. Thank you. Now the word browse is in line with that guy. And maybe my scaling could go away. Let's try to full grid. What if I turn it off? See what happens. Ooh! Ah, oh, so close. Okay, let's just... Alright, cool. Let's move on. Alright, so before we get to the next one, if you guys have any suggestions, and I said this in the beginning, if you guys have any suggestions for the next rebuild, or you want a topic to be clearly covered, please leave a comment below, and we'll put it in the list, and yeah, we want to show you guys, and we want to teach you guys some web stuff. So what's next? So this section... So this section right here, this one, it needs to be cut off though at the bottom. So how do we cut it off from the bottom, guys? We can overlay with the next section. Do I want to do that, or can I cut it off somehow with this? Let's see here. Phone nope. This phone column. Nope. I can't do it. What I'm trying to think is overflow hidden. Do I set an overflow hidden for this? But then if I do that, I have to set a certain height. All right, I'm gonna. I can't do it there. I can't do it there because this is coming out of it. All right. Made my decision. I'm going to overlay it with the next section and hope for the best. So let's go ahead and do that using position relative. So I'm going to click that. Nope. There. Okay. I mean, the phone in the middle is lower. It's oh, did they scale it up? Okay, I'm not gonna spend too much time on this one. And again, at the end of these streams, what I do is I let you guys clone this site into your own Webflow account, and then you guys can play around with it. Reverse engineer what I just did, or completely tear it apart and do something new. It's up to you. It's your own little playground. We're gonna z-index the next section. Yep, that's what I'm gonna be doing, Bob. So let's go to we're gonna call this section dark. Section dark, and it's going to be this black, and man, this right here is just. What if I remove the Oh, I set the 69 because of this. Okay. Man, I feel like this is going to be tough because this goes really far down. And so I'm going to have to bring this all the way up to here. I don't really like playing with negatives much in my values, but man, is that what I have to do? All right, overflow hidden for parent. All right, I'm gonna try it. Ooh, cause like, watch, if I do position and then I say like negative 800, I feel so bad. Oh god, that is a lot of pixels. Ooh, man. Spotify, how'd you do this? It's so nice. Because if I set an overflow, like, watch, if I remove this, set an overflow for this. Overflow hidden. That gets cut off. But, I mean, I can set a height to this, like, say, 800. And then now that's feeling good. Something like that. It's feeling really good, but I need this overlay and this overlay right here. Man, oh man. How'd they do it? See, that looks pretty right there. And then you get here and it's like, ah. Oh, wait. I just did something. Okay. Okay, so this section 2 right here has a height of 680, and I think I just figured it out. Maybe we can do it like that. Let's see, guys. Let's see. When it gets too responsive, that's when it's going to be a little bit more fun. So, yeah, we don't need the z-index or the position relative, so we do need position relative. Let's set the z-index. We don't have to set the z-index because this is already overlaying it, so, yeah, moving on. Okay. It's fun to stumble upon things. Okay, so section dark has like 100 on the top and bottom for the padding. Cool. And everything is centered. Oh, wait, except for this guy. So let's go ahead and copy him again. Down arrow. Ah, don't need this. There. What now? Oh, I didn't put the container. Huh? Block. Container. And then I paste that in. Oh man, where's that text block? Down arrow, text block. I don't see you. Really? Really? Why are you over there? Oh my god. Why? I just copied you. Oh, the fun parts of web design. You know, there's things that happen and you're like, what? Okay, it's the same thing. Alright, let's go down here. See you, Alexandra. Thanks for coming. Hope to see you next week. Hope you learned something or had some fun watching me rotate an iPhone. To a non-web designer, they would think, what? Alright, this is... Why are you like this? Why are you doing the things? Down arrow on left. Of course it's gonna do that. Of course it's gonna do that. This section starts here, and this section has a position of... I'm not sure why it's relative. Ah, now I remember. Okay, it's like that. This container has nothing special going on with it. This down arrow has a width of 75, but yet it goes all the way over there. This text block has no class, no styles on it. Wow. Really? Sigh. Let's sigh. Okay. Get back to that one. Let's just keep going. So next is... This one has to be centered, so... What happens if I add center to it? Okay, that guy's still there for some strange reason. It's probably my fault. But we're gonna just keep going anyways. And let's put in a div block inside. Oh, okay, so we have that space. But we should have more, huh? Yeah, let's put more. So, dark section content, because I want to put some more padding at the top. And then like a whole bunch at the bottom. And this should be centered. What is going on? Why? It feels like... Feels very interesting. Yes, the arrow does have a hover animation. Why are you like that right now? All images. Okay. Okay. Is this down arrow causing issues? Is this container causing issues? Is it this guy? Huh. I'm learning that this phone thing is pushing stuff down. Because look it. This blue goes down to here. What? That shouldn't even be a thing. Okay, this section right here, what if I can do the Z? Do I need the Z? Why are you doing this? So interesting. Okay, well then. I'm getting stumped, guys. This phone column right here is causing issues. So what if... Okay, we're going to set a height. I hate setting heights, but it seems like it needs to be done. We're going to set the height to go to the same spot. And this is bad because when I go responsive and this somehow squeezes in... Well, it's actually working for now. Okay. So I had that one at 65, and then I had this down arrow in here. Okay. I feel better for now. Whew. Okay. Thanks for the support, Ragni. Ragin? Okay, one account, listen everywhere. Heading. I think this is going to be H3. And it says, one account, listen everywhere. This is going to be a white header. Let's make it bigger. Actually, let's make it an H2. There we go. So, I'm going to call this devices. So we can push it down a bit. Say 20. Oh no, it's a lot. So let's say 50. One account, listen everywhere. And then this guy right here. Actually, this text. So this is text, but these are links. So what can we do? Is this text, or is that like some sort of... what did they do? Oh, they're using list items. Okay. We have that and that. Okay. Why did they use two lists? Okay, and then what's in between there? Oh, so they're using a dash. So we're just gonna make this easier. Let's just put a text and then dashes. So a text block, and this is device list, and the device list is going to be white. And let's go ahead and just copy it. Boom. Alright, but for each dash, we go like this. For each dash, for each dash, we're gonna wrap it with a div. I mean, with the span. TV web player, right? Yeah, we're gonna wrap it with the span so we can make it purple. So this one is device list, bold. Push it away from that one. Say 50. And let's go ahead and get to coloring. So this one. Span. So that's what the paintbrush means. Okay, so we're gonna say dash. And we're gonna say that one, and then we can push it away from each other more, something like that. Paint it purple, and there we go. So now I can just do the same thing and just highlight, paint it, dash. There we go. Dash. Why is it? Okay, there we go. Dash. Highlight. Span it. Dash it. Copy, paste, upgrade it. Zoom it, click it. Let's rename it. Okay. Think that's good. Too much padding on the bottom. Say 110. Feeling good, feeling good. Alright, so that one's that. Nah, that's too much still. I feel like it's too much. Oh, okay, remove. How come there's space? Oh, because of this. Cool. Alright, that's cool. That one's the easy one. We needed that break from the iPhone one. Alright, one more. Let's see here. Let's get this done right here. Next, transparent. Let's just copy. Let's copy this. See what happens. I'm gonna copy this, and see here. Let me collapse it all. So, section 2. Copy, paste. Put it at the very bottom. Let's see what happens. Okay, this guy right here. If I don't add the z-index, yeah. I don't need z-index anymore. Do I need position relative? Yes, I do. Okay. Okay. Nice. Okay. So, what is the chat box on stream? Where do I find it? It's restream.io. It was a way that I was trying to stream this to not only YouTube, but for Facebook, Periscope, and even Facebook Live and Twitch. Like, I wanted to stream it out to everyone. But something went wrong with the YouTube feed, so I'm just streaming on YouTube. Might try again next week. I'm not sure. But if you guys know of any other better services that can stream out to all these other services, please let me know. It would be awesome. And if you notice that the chat right here isn't updating, the last one was from this morning, 10:09, and it's not working. But, like, I don't know. I don't know. I want it to work so you guys can see the chat, but yeah. Alright, so here we go. What's next? So this one looks like a flip. Where this side right here, this side right here is bigger than this side, whereas this one, it was flip. So it seems like I can get away with that. Let's see. I can easily do a overflow hidden with this, so that's good. Wait, do I have a... I still have this issue. I have a horizontal scroll. Alright, we'll get back to it. We'll get back to it. Why are you doing the things? Oh, duh, I can do overflow. So we don't have overflow X here. We only have overflow X and Y. So what I'm going to do is this section 2, overflow Y. So how to do that, let me just give you guys some custom code tips. So you can go here to page details and scroll down. You got some custom code. So I'm just going to put custom CSS. So this is section 2 overflow X is hidden. Save. And we won't see that actually happen until I publish the site. So that fixes that. And yeah. Actually, let's just make it transparent. Did I already use that? Oh, I haven't. I thought I did. So now I gotta change it here. Transparent section. Save. Cool. Alright, what do we got going? So let's talk about the price. So go get the music. Go get the music. So we have these guys going. Let's fix the spacing a bit. So this, all of this right here, the phone column. Goodbye. I'm going to call this row 4 copy, yeah. Row 4 copy because it needs to be lower. I think it was like 31. And then the width should be 69. Floating left. Just going. I use transparent dash section. Transparent section. Oh, you're talking. Thank you in the custom code. Thank you, Curtis. You rock. There you go. So yeah, in Webflow you can put spaces in your selectors, but when you publish the site, we remove spaces and replace it with dashes. Also, if you're using any capital letters in your selector or class names, we remove those capital letters and replace it with lowercase. Okay? So there's a little pro tip for you as well. Again, thank you, Curtis. Listen free. I wonder why they don't say for free. It's just listen free. Put a break there. So you can add a break inside of your paragraphs by holding shift and pressing enter. Spotify. Oop. $0 a month. Okay. Oh, okay. So this right here, Flexbox. So how I'm going to do this, 2 columns, and then instead of doing like a float left and a float right, I can do Flexbox wrapper, and then I can have 2 flex children, and then make them shrink, not expand, but shrink, and then with the flex wrapper, I can push them to the side. Here's how you do that. Let's go ahead and bring in div block. And, okay, div block inside a copy block. I'm going to call this, we're going to flex, but we're going to call this flex to the sides. And this is the one right here. The space in between, see that icon where it's like pushing everything to the edges? That's the one we want. So that way, I can just bring this guy in, boom, and then if I place another, it's the same size, so let's go ahead and, boom, done. And let's also add in a, let's see here, there's a bottom border, so let's go ahead and margin, say 30. Oh wait, there's already margin 30 if I remove this. Cool. And 1 white. Cool. Thank you, super la 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 blah 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 blah. Yeah, Webflow is friendly. It is still a professional tool. It's a professional tool, but which means that you still need to know HTML and CSS, at least the fundamentals, the basics of it, so you can get around that learning curve. But after that, it's just go at it. It's just another way for you to just start experimenting with websites without having to worry about a lot of things like cross-browser compatibility and responsiveness, because everything you see here happens live. Oh no, that's not good. Let's fix that. So this guy needs to go into a div block, so that way it's still in line with another white header in line. Oh no. Okay, there we go. And we're gonna call it, oh wait, I already have turquoise, right? Turquoise header. Oh no, I don't want header. Is the only thing, okay. Let me just call it turquoise. Cool. And then I hope I didn't mess up anything else. We're good? We're good? Okay, we're good. All right. Make this bold. Make this awesome. Push it away. Something like that. Cool. So, the power of Flexbox is awesome. Please try it. Need more information? Flexbox.webflow.com. We got some documentation over at help.webflow.com. Pretty cool stuff. It might save your life. Alright, so we got that, and just regular text, so I can just put a text block in here. Paste it. What's this? So we have the copy block. We have this. Call it description? White, bold, all caps. Is it all caps? Oh, it's not. Yeah, it's pretty big, or something like that. And let's go like 30. That way I can put a border, the bottom one white. There we go. Alright. And we need our button. So we can just easily just go right here, get that purple button. Yeah, and then bring it all the way down. Let's delete this guy. Paste it, and I think the text is get Spotify free. And then, yeah, so I can just rinse and repeat. So I'm gonna put all three of these rows in a block, so I can just copy and paste, because it's the same, almost the same thing, because we have this one right here. But let's go ahead and do that. So right here, let me just double check. Yeah. This copy block. What's a copy block? So these three right here. Just gonna put that in between and start right there. Copy paste. Look at, there needs to be more space at the bottom. So before I paste it, I'm gonna take this and call it plan option, because it's one of the plans you can get, either free or premium. Now that I have plan option, I can set the margin to be like 65, something like that. Is it? Yeah, it was good. All right, so this one is Spotify Premium. Okay. $9.99. And yeah. Cool. Alright, let's get these guys going. Actually, no. Okay, I'm gonna remove this and put in a div block under the flex and call this description. But inside of there, I want a, let's go ahead and put, now let's put a list, ULs, okay? But no bullets on my list. And I'm gonna paste in, copy that. I'm gonna paste in the first thing, second thing, third thing, and let's copy paste. Now we have 4 bullets happening, and now I want to space them out a bit. Space them out a bit, and here we go. All list items, and let's give them padding. Something like that. 3. That's fine. Cool beans. All right. Yeah, right there. Okay, so that's the options that we have. But now we have a new line right here. So what are we gonna do? So this is flex and it has sides. But this one, oh, okay, yeah. This will go inside of this column, and this will go inside of this column. So right here, I just have text. So let me put that text inside of a box. And I'm going to put this right here. And then inside of there, I'm going to put another piece of text. And there we go. And then here, we're going to put another piece of text. And there we go. Oh, this needs to be text aligned to the right. So we can just do that like that. Alright, so option text right. And then right here, what's it say? Family and student offers available. Cool. And this side right here, start your 30-day free trial. Where's my padding on the bottom? Huh, interesting. All right, so this one we're going to do, oh, these are links. Cool. So I'm going to show you how to do inline links. So let's go ahead and color this white. So I'm guessing this, can you say white? No? You say white header? And that needs a space. Bold. Okay. And where else am I using white header? So if you click this, you can see it highlights it. Right there. Using it there. I don't want to bottom margin. Okay, I'm making combo class so I can push so I can push this down a bit. Cool. And on this side should be the same thing, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's the same thing. Cool. So white header. Don't need the bottom margin. This is already pushing it down. Okay, cool. Now double click inside and you'll notice that you can highlight and then set a link. Now this is my inline link and I can link that anywhere, but I'm going to give it a class name and we're going to set it to turquoise, but when you hover over it, it goes to a darker one, and also there's some animation happening for it. So I went back to the off state. Transition should be font color right there. And now I can do the same thing with student offer. So highlight the word student, make it a link, inline link. Cool. Now we got the bottom right here, and so it's get Spotify Premium. Okay. Woo. What's next? That was fun. Whoa, lots of stuff happening. Okay. Why wouldn't Webflow itself have more? Ooh, good question. Let me answer that question. So Josh Gallagher is asking, why Webflow when I can program it myself, have more freedom and control? Great question. And I get this question a lot. And I see this topic happening on Twitter a lot. Now, I always use the metaphor nail, hammer, nail, rock, hammer, nail gun. Okay? So, pretend your project is a nail. The project is put a nail inside of a plank of wood. That's your job. Now, you can take a rock and hammer that in. That'll work. But you know what's easier? A hammer. A hammer can do the same thing, but it's the same motion as the rock, but it's just more comfortable and it does the job better. Now, some people might not want to use a hammer because you know what's faster than that? A nail gun. And so you use a nail gun to actually push nails and it happens super fast. So Webflow is like a nail gun. You still need the knowledge of how a hammer and a rock works, but it does everything faster. So just add it to your stack, and it'll help you do all the basic HTML and CSS that you need to do, rather than having to code all those prefixes for different browsers to make sure it's cross browser compatible. Also, it happens in real time. So rather than just coding and then saving your code and then refreshing your browser, what I'm doing right now is actually coding and designing at the same time. So if you're a developer, this helps you. If you're a designer, this helps you. If you have a team of both, this helps bridges the gap between designers and developers, and it makes you guys stay on the same page every step of the way. Okay? So, yeah. Hopefully that answers your question, but yeah, this is new and it's meant to help. So next thing. Oh yeah, we want to put that big Android phone. Okay, so Android phone, let's do it. Go for copy. Let's go ahead and. Oh my God, there's so many. I don't know where I'm at. Alright, let's fix this. Okay. Okay, you're there. Okay, bring you down here. Why are you there? Oh, because this is float left. Got it. Okay, and this is going to be Android, which I am a fan of. Okay, Android, and this is going to be 31%. Oh no, it doesn't have to be 31%. This can go. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Let's go ahead and add a background image of the Android, and this is 467. So let's go ahead and 467. No tile. So this one, what was it? 467 by something. Oh, I knew it. I'm gonna be down there. Okay, let's not add the background to this one. Just let's say Android, and then inside of this, let's say 31%. So it goes like that, but we're gonna move it off. So I'm not sure that's gonna work when it comes responsive and whatnot, but also I believe if you're a designer, you should be able to code partially. I agree. Designers should learn how to understand HTML and CSS, and developers should learn to understand UX and design, typography, hierarchy, and stuff like that. So that way, both sides are understanding each other and on the same page. And Webflow helps bridge that gap. All right. So in here, let's go ahead and put in a div, and I'm going to say this is Android image. Android image, and in here we're going to have the background image of the Android, and I'm going to see if I can push this to the right. So 730 is the height, so what if I just do 730? Okay, cool, I can do that. No tile, so this is again 730 by I forgot already. 358. Okay. All right, now we're going to push it there. How far does it go? It's not really centered. Wait, is that the iPhone? Ah, I picked the wrong one. There you go. Oh, this is 883. Cool. And let's go ahead and put in an image of what's inside of there. Oh, it's this guy. Huh. There you go. And then let's go ahead and push it down a bit. Probably like right there. Right there. Alright, we gotta fix that too. Oh. What's the height of this background? 467,883. Okay. I think that's good. Does it go all the way down? Oh, it's really thin on the thin bezels. Something like that. Okay. Hold on. All right. After that, okay. This right here needs to go up a bit. So, can I squish it? No, I can't. Maybe I can squish it with this. Yes, I can. Cool. Like that. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Next. This little line right here. Actually, this row copy row container. This one. How do we fix this? Right here. This horizontal scroll not happening. We may have to make this a two-parter so I don't make this too long, guys. So Spotify 30. Okay, cool. So what's next? This container contains the things. Actually, I can I get away with crop right? So this one will be 0. And overflow. Nope, not overflow hidden there. Because if I do that, there goes my button right here. We're going to do container crop right, overflow Y. So go back to my code here. And just copy that as well. Container. Actually, no, I can do crop right. Alright, so that'll be cropped. Alright. There we go. Put some text below the Android. Nope, don't want there, don't want there, want here. Where are you? There you are. Nice. That's what I wanted you. Is it because they're floating? Yeah, it's because they're floating. Need to fix that. I'll put both of these in a div and clear break. I used floats. I should have used Flexbox. It's okay. Moving on. Content row there. So this is how to make the old school way to make sure that this stays in its own row when you're using floats. And then down here, okay. Wasn't really happy about that one. I should use flex. Sorry, guys. No, no, no. I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for that breakpoint. 20. There we go. Now, we're just going to say footnote. So that's footnote. Yeah, I'll give you guys time. I'll evaluate sites. I want to let you guys have your time in the spotlight. Show me what you guys been working on. So we'll end it at this one. We'll make this a two-parter, just like we did with the MailChimp. We paste that in there. This is small like that. And terms and conditions. So two-parter right here. Make this an inline link. Yeah. I think the hardest part of this one was right here. It was tripping me up a bit. But we got it done. Yeah. So what are we going to do next week? We're going to finish this up. We're going to do the footer. We're going to do the footer right here. And after that, we're going to make everything responsive. And how do we do that? We go to our each media query and start playing around with the responsiveness. Okay. Make sure everything is happy. Ooh, that's looking nice. Very nice. And any interactions we've missed. Oh, interactions. That's easy. Let me just do that right now. This guy right here. Phone grid. Let's see here. No, phone column right here. At the phone column, we're going to set a fade in. This one has a fade in. That one has a fade in. Cool, they're already fading in. This one is going to fade in. Fade in. And it's that easy to add interactions. Just fade in everything. Sure, why not? That one fades in. That one fades in. Actually, this one... none, because this whole thing right here, plan option with fade in. Fade in. There we go. Cool. Alright, let's see what we did so far, guys. And I'm going to publish it to spotify-demo.webflow.io. Wow, thank you guys. Thank you for the love. Blaze, super blah 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 blah. Darren, thank you Darren again for the ASCII help. Ragni, Peter, thank you guys so much. Let's preview it. Actually, let's just go to the published page, shall we? See how we did. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Oh, I didn't do the down arrows on the other ones. Oh well, it's okay. Moving on. Cool. We got the hovers. This ain't working. Oh, what did I do? Wait, did I do... It's supposed to be X. Did I do Y? Float X hit. Then why is it... Why are the things? We'll fix that, guys. Oh my gosh. What are the things happening? I didn't set an overflow of transparent section. Well, I don't have a horizontal scroll, so that's a good thing. Alright, we'll fix that next week. I really want to tackle that. Oh man. Alright. And there's a forum thread, or if you want to comment in the section below, in the comment section, let me know what am I doing wrong. This is all a good challenge to help us all out, figure it all out, and have fun with it. Almost there. Darn. Alright. Yeah, so show me what you got, guys. I'll give you guys these last 15 to 30 minutes to just show me what you're working on in Webflow. Or if you have any questions about Webflow in general or the web design industry, let me know. I'm here to help. I want you guys to grow and challenge yourselves because that's what web design is. There's always something new on the horizon of web design. And if you're not in this industry to learn, you will be left in the dust. I mean, I remember when learning Flash ActionScript was the thing. And then ActionScript 2 was the thing. And then Flash is gone. So you have to learn how to make mobile pages for a thing called the iPhone. And then things became responsive. And what's next? VR, AR, watch, holographic. Yeah, so just keep in the game and keep learning. Yeah, so Josh Gallagher, do you only look at Webflow sites? Yes, you have to give me a link of webflow.io. So whatever your thing is. For example, mine is spotify-demo.webflow.io. Yeah. Okay, let me go through your questions, guys. And again, in the comments section, if you have any ideas for the next site that I should rebuild, let me know. Or if you have a big topic that you think we should discuss, get that on the comment section below too. Emil, thanks for a good live stream. Here's a webpage I'm working on. Shareme.webflow.io. Let's see here. Shareme.webflow.io. Let me just take a look. Right here. Okay, it's a portfolio site. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen this before. Yeah. Cool. Definitely gonna show this off. Share me. I wonder why you put it share me and then it redirects to your domain name. But thank you for giving a webflow.io link. Alright, visualnorth.design. I'm not going to translate it because I like to keep everything the way it was meant to be seen. So you have an awesome background video. I've seen this before. And that's cool. It's so clean and basic. Oh, it's so clean and basic that it's like, oh, it's boring. And then the little playful thing happens and it's like, whoa, okay. I kind of like this person right now because it's kind of fun. All right. Hello to you, Emil. How are you today? I'm here to answer any of your questions. Oh, that's interesting. It makes you want to follow the dot and go to you down here. Did you intend for that? All right, so this is kind of intrusive, but I see a lot of sites that do this, so I'm on the fence on that one. Oh, you're using a scroll interaction. Yes, yes, yes. This is what I like. I like this trend of not showing hard border lines, you know? Like Stripe is using curved or wavy lines to separate each section. Hello Hecko has shown us how to do it without that. Just using a scroll interaction to differentiate between the different sections without showing a clear hard cut. It's just fading in and fading out. It's hard to read the text here, so watch out for that. Same thing here, so you might want to figure out how to fix that. Maybe a black box that's opaque a little. I like how this feels like a newspaper. Yeah, great job. Oh, whoa. Did you do this? Or did you do that? It looks like Calvin and Hobbes or something. Cute idea. Like it. Watch out, you have a horizontal scroll for some reason. Maybe it's my own browser, but watch out for that. Other than that, great job. Great job. Let's see. I am guilty of trying out Webflow. However, I put the site into React after, so it's not on a Webflow domain. Why are you guilty? No. You should be happy. You learn to streamline your process. You know, let me see here. So let me look at your code. So yeah, I'm looking at your site. What was your name again? Josh, I'm looking at your site. Ngrok? Secure a local host. Oh, this is not your site. Yeah, so share it in the chat room, and I'll take a look first. But let me take Carnage's site, maybe mockup.webflow.io. Let me just double check. Oh, how did you, what? Okay, let's try maybe mockup. Look at that. Look at that. That's cool. Is this interactions with Webflow? We can totally tell. How can I tell? Let's go here. I hope it is. That would be so cool. Where's your things? Where's the things? It's in here. Or is it a animated GIF? Open a new tab. Oh, it's animated SVG. Even better. Okay, cool. That's a nice way to use it. Good job. Like the cards, very soft. Good use of the drop shadow. Oh, that's nice. It actually gets kind of weird here. This space right here seems awkward. So either make this bigger to give more space at the bottom, or make this overlay on top of this one. Okay, so this has more space than this. So you want to make them kind of consistent on the bottom spacing below your cards. But I like what you're doing. I like what you see how this has a lot of space under here. Feeling it, yeah. Good job. So proud of you guys. So proud. Oh yeah, Paul's talking about May 1st reboot. Yeah, so Webflow is doing a deal. I think it's 1 or 3 months, something like that. Hold on. Webflow May 1 reboot. Here we go. We got a blog post about it. Yeah, you get 3 months hosting for free. 3 months hosting for free if you use the coupon code at the bottom of this blog post. But yeah, what's May 1st reboot? As designers, it's hard for us to give ourselves our own deadline on portfolio sites. Portfolio sites are the hardest projects we do because we are our own worst critics. You do something and you're like, dang, it's not good enough. Well, May 1st reboot is a deadline to help you just go beyond that, go past that barrier in your mind and say, you know what, I'm just going to finish it. I'm going to build it and finish it. And if you build it with Webflow, you can get 3 months free hosting and yeah, finish your portfolio site. I'm going to try to do my best. Now with a new kid, I think it's hard with time, but I'm going to just try. I'm going to just try because you know what? May 1st, you got to do it. All right. Let's see here. I'm going to take 2 more links, one from Blaze and one from Paul, and then that's it. And we got to end this stream. So, Pata recipes. What do we got here? Pata. Oh no, Pata crepes. Sorry, recipes. Crepes. Oh, I could go for one right now. Pata. Nice photography. Really nice. See, a lot of people aren't using the hard lines. Well, this is a hard line, but still it gives it, these edges gives it a different feel rather than just a straight line. So that's cool. Love the hovers. Nice. It goes with the brand. I like it. Feels handmade. Like I highlighted something with a marker with my hand. Loving it so far. This is great. Hand-drawn icons. Love it. Oh, man. This is nice. See, I got nothing about this. I got nothing to say. Um. Oh, how long did it take for you to do that? Oh man. Oh, let me refresh it so people can understand it. Oh, man, good job for doing that. Because without Interactions 2.0, man. Okay, great job. Last one, May 1 reboot.webflow.io. Let's see what you're doing, Paul. And if I don't get your link, I'll get to it next week. Alright, cool. May 1 reboot. May 1 reboot.webflow.io. Alright, so this is your submission. This is your deal. Alright, you start off with the gradient and then fade that out. Hello, Paul. Inventor and publisher of board games. Really? Creator of Clear Brand. Watch out, there was something that happened there. I like this. This is cute. This it tells your story more and more as I stay here, you know. And you're in the back. That's cool. It's always good to put your face on your website. It shows that you're not hiding behind your work or you're not hiding behind text. You are you. You should tell your story. And if you're confident in yourself, you want to show who you are. Okay? Okay. So this is kind of confusing because if I didn't know what Kickstarter was, well, this doesn't even say Kickstarter on it, but because I've been on Kickstarter before, I know their layout and I understand this UI. So this is confusing me because, like, at first I was like, oh, okay, I press play. Where's the video? Oh, wait, this is a screenshot. So you're going to have to figure out a way to say this. You have to replace this image with something else that explains what you did for Kickstarter. And then that explains this block of text. And then again, this block of text explains the background image. So it goes back and forth. Right now it's kind of confusing because you have some other website's UI on top of your own. Okay? Not sure why you... Wait. Why? Okay. Oh, okay. So you did a scroll interaction where it fades away. I thought it was on hover. Okay. So this makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. So there's not a UI, but now I understand that it's this background image explaining what you did. Good job. Good job. Super proud. All right, let me take one question. I think... Okay, Josh, you said you shared your link. I don't see where you shared it. It has to be webflow.io. But yeah, you can send me a tweet about it, and I will tell you more about it. Okay, I think that's it. I'd like to learn more about the scroll interactions in the future. Maybe you can implement it somewhere at some point, Nelson. Okay, yeah, so scroll interactions, just go to help.webflow.com and search for scroll interactions right there. So how to set up a scroll trigger interaction. I explain how to do it. Really, really simple. Or you can read about it. It's all up to you. Right there. And more information about other triggers and interactions on help.webflow.com. Alright guys, it's been a long stream. Thank you so much for joining me this week. Next week, let's finish up this Spotify demo. Let's fix all the little bugs. Figure out what's going on with these iPhones. I really want to conquer it with you guys. So this stream happens every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. If you want to follow us on Twitter, it's twitter.com/webflowapp, or you can follow me at @thepixelgeek, or if you want to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/webflow. If you have any account billing or technical issues with your Webflow account, please email support@webflow.com. We will get back to you lickety split. If you have any design or custom coding issues, please go to forum.webflow.com, and our helpful, wonderful global community will help you out with that. And as I always say, please, if you get an answer, pass that favor forward and answer someone else's questions. So that way the whole community and the web design community can grow as a whole. All right, let's learn off of each other. And lastly, thank you to everyone again who are in the live chat room. I love you guys. Go out there and make the web beautiful. I'll see you next week.